this as a grand finale. The three worlds. If you can keep this closer to back. So we remember this Trinity. Okay. So if we can just once go through this, we can get a general idea. We remember this, the three worlds, because this is the basis of what we need to talk further. And if we can understand this, it will be easy for us to understand that is the subject matter is a Gayatri Mantra. Why is Gayatri Mantra? Because we say Gayatri Mantra is a very powerful mantra. And we single out one mantra and say this is the Maha Mantra. So this whole presentation is based on that. Now we understood the three worlds, the planetary world, then Prithvi, Antariksha, Dyuloka. Then we got Agni, Vayu, Aditya. Can anybody tell me what is Agni, Vayu and Aditya? Okay. Agni was combustion, Vayu was radiation, Aditya was fusion. So, combustion, radiation and fusion, because on Earth, combustion is the main source of energy. Agni also meant, combustion, radiation and fusion. And Bhu Bhuva Swaha, do we recall what was Bhu Bhuva Swaha? Actually what had happened, I was very fast yesterday, so I understand that. Okay. No, this has to go much further then. We had seen that Prithvi, the first three worlds are the planetary world, okay. The planetary world, then the stellar world, and in between was the space in between. This is how we had seen it. Then Agni, Vayu and Aditya is what we had seen as the three forms of energy. The main form of energy on Earth is combustion. Even now, after so many different type of renewable energies that we have and all of that, for cooking, for heating and for energy, even now combustion is our main source of energy. But in the space we do not have fire. So what happens, what is the heat source in space? It is basically radiation. That's why all our rockets and the spacesuits they go, you have to have a very good covering so that radiation doesn't creep in. But in sun, what is the source of energy in sun? It is fusion. There is no combustion there. There is no fire because there is no oxygen. For fire, you need oxygen. And even in space, there is no fire, but we have fusion. So we arrive at the three primary sources of energy. I'll be a little quick. The actual one is stellar winds. Redox reaction, that is combustion. You're all students of science, I'm assuming. So you understand that redox is a form, combustion is a form of a redox reaction. So these are the technical meanings of Agni, Vayu and Aditya. Okay, so we'll go forward. I'll go forward. Now when we look at Bhur Bhuva Swaha, we were looking at what is Bhur Bhuva Swaha. We say we utter Bhur Bhuva Swaha in beginning of Gayatri Mantra, but we also need to know the meaning of Bhur Bhuva Swaha. So the meaning of Bhur Bhuva Swaha is what we have arrived at is the whole organic world. All the living beings that we know, the organic beings are Bhuhu. So Bhuhu are all the organic beings. Beyond us are the planetary bodies. So the organic bodies, the planetary bodies are the Bhuvaha, and the stellar bodies are Swaha. So we are talking about bodies that are higher and higher above us. Okay, so we arrived here, then we go quick. I'll jump all of this. Acha, then here we also spoke about what is the relation? What is the relation? This is Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha. Okay. This is Agni, Vayu and Aditya. How is fusion related to stars? So we saw fusion star is the energy source, is the primary energy source of stars. So stars run by fusion. That we are clear on. Everybody's clear on that? And we also saw that all the planets, all non-luminous celestial bodies, they are round and they have a heat source. That is why we have tectonic shifts, we have volcanoes, we have so many things. So that means the core. And it's also true that the core of Earth is hot. So what is the source of heat? It's not fusion, because if it was fusion, then there would have been hydrogen and helium would be happening and the whole body would be burning or in fusion. So that's not happening. So we also saw previously, I will not get back there, the source is a lot of uranium, thorium, plutonium inside the core. That is heating the Earth. So it's a sustainable form of energy that is keeping the Earth hot. And because the Earth is hot, that is why the Earth is round, because it is putting everything into layers. We have a core, we have a mantle, we have a crust. So all of this, who has formed it? It is because of the heat inside, the sustainable heat which acts as an engine in the core of every planet or even a dwarf planet, moon, any rounded body in the universe has that. And they are round because of hydrostatic equilibrium, which is driven by that heat, radiation heat. So planets, the engine of planets is radiation. Then we saw the engine of organisms is combustion. There is fire in organisms. Now everybody knows there is no fire in organisms. And friends, this is an interactive session. If you feel that there is something you don't agree, please do ask me. So we said combustion is what drives organisms, but we know combustion doesn't drive organisms. So how did we solve this? If anybody remembers, we solved it. So what is our main energy source of organisms?
Metabolism.
Metabolism. That's okay, that's correct. It's not combustion, it's metabolism. And what is metabolism? We eat hydrocarbons, food, we take in oxygen. It goes to the oxygen by lungs, is diffused into the bloodstream and then goes to every cell. Food is broken up by digestion and goes to every cell. In every cell, hydrocarbons and oxygen get together and they are metabolized. So what is metabolism is basically a combustion. It is like wood and oxygen. Wood is food here and oxygen is the oxidizer. So, science students would know that metabolism is a form of combustion. Do we agree on this? Agree. So, that means how they are linked. The first part is clear because there is fusion in the sun. We saw fusion. Then the second part also was clear because there is radiation in the middle of, in the core of planets. Then the third part is also clear because even though there is no direct fire, metabolism, which is a form of combustion itself, is what drives any organism. So from the smallest bacteria to the biggest whale, it is metabolism that drives. So we arrive that Agni means metabolism, the combustion and metabolism. So very beautiful part of this is, for a sun to be healthy, for any stellar body, a sun to be healthy, it has to have very good fusion. And it has to have very good amount of hydrogen intake. Any star, a healthy star, has to have good hydrogen intake and good fusion. Similarly, any planet that has to be a healthy planet with a good life style, we say stellar life, planetary life. So any planet that has to be healthy and have a long life needs to have good radiation, sustainable heat source, and radiation sustains it by radioactive emission. Similarly, any organism, even us, as far as the metabolism, the Agni Tattva is good in any organism, that becomes a very healthy. So there should be good oxygen. If there is less oxygen intake, that is when you get cancer. Because cancer happens in where the cells do not get a good amount of oxygen. So this gives us the secret of how an organism should be healthy. Pran, Bhu, Agni, and similarly for planets and this. So, sorry. So this is trying to recoup. So we run by internal metabolic engines, planets run by internal fission engines, they run by internal fusion engines. So we saw how Agni, Vayu and Aditya, the three main deities of the Vedas. The Vedas have these three main deities, Agni, Vayu and Aditya. We saw that the energy density of any form of combustion is 1 to 1.5. However, efficient type of fuel we use in combustion. But when we go to a higher form of energy source, that is radiation, it is almost 13,000 times to 2 million times, if I am correct, yes, 2 million times more efficient. So that is how the DT, the Vayu DT, as we say, DTs are basically forces of nature. So the Vayu DT is so much more powerful than Agni. And beyond that is Aditya, that is fusion, that is even 4 times to 10 times more powerful. That is almost 10 million times. So we recoup there, I just cut this. And we saw that even in the universe, there are only 3 forms of energy sources. In the beginning, there was fusion. Then once the more and more creation started to form, then radiation happened. And more creation came further, then combustion, that is chemical processes, came into being. So we also saw this, so we understand that it's primordial nucleosynthesis, cosmic background radiation, and okay, this is Agni, Vayu, Aditya. And then we also saw, so Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, or organisms, planets and stars. The 3 worlds are planetary realm, because Bhu live on the planets, the planets live in space, and the stars live in the stellar world. That is, you can say, the community of stars. So, and then we saw that how these 3 Mahavyakritis are extrapolated into the 7 Vyakritis. Whenever we do our pranayama mantra, we do japa of this. Do we remember this? Can we all repeat that mantra? Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Satyam. We repeat this, but do we know the scientific meaning of this or the actual meaning of this? So to give this meaning, I had just given a small vision. I just reversed that so we can link it up. Then we saw, we stopped here I think, so I just wanted to bring all of us here. We saw that Bhu Bhuva Swaha, that is the organic world, then the planetary world, the stellar world. We all say that we come from stars, we are made out of stardust, isn't it? But actually first we are made out of planets. We come from Earth, we are made out of planetary stuff. Planetary stuff is a part of the solar system. So organisms come from planets, planets come from the stellar world. Where do the stars come from? They come from the center of the galaxies. A whole galaxy, I'll show you some photos. So these are the galactic bodies. So these are all part of the galactic bodies. And they come from the ocean of matter. And from where does all the matter come? E equals mc squared. All matter comes from energy, isn't it? So this is the energy part of it. So this is the ocean of energy. From the ocean of energy, as per Einstein's E equals mc squared, comes once it gets cooled, the cooling of the universe. The more and more the universe cools, more and more energy transforms into matter. And from matter starts the individual bodies, the galactic bodies, the stellar bodies, the planetary bodies, and the organisms. This is okay, we are all clear till here. Now the question arises of, we have matter, we have energy, but where does all of this energy come from? Any answers for this? Okay, so we have come to a common ground till we have. So we can have an interactive session here. So any answers for this? Where does all this energy come from? What does science say? Yeah. Big Bang, exactly. That's very interesting. So we have Big Bang in the beginning. Then a lot of energy comes. Correct? Any other? Okay, we are okay. We agree with this point. So we all agree with this. And what we are seeing is the Vedic sciences and what we every day recite is in so good sync with modern science also. So it's wonderful. We have said that all this matter comes from energy. Energy comes from Big Bang. Now, very interestingly, all the energy starts from here. Big Bang starts here. You can see these 2 points. There are 2 lines over here. So modern science says that there is the Big Bang. It's that Big Bang is the start, is the beginning of space-time. Before that, there was no time, there was no space. So from the beginning of Big Bang, there is one minute, the smallest unit of time. Anybody knows that? What is it called? It's called the Planck time, or it's called the Planck epoch, Planck era. You see, there is one unit of time that is 1 billionth of a trillionth of a trillionth of a trillionth of a second. I think if I'm right, 10 to the power of minus 34 of a second. That is the smallest unit of time which modern science says we do not know what happened there. There is time, but they say space has not yet created. Time is running, so time has started from here. But they say something has happened we don't know. It is from here that energy and space starts. So then from here it starts what they call exponential expansion of space and energy, heat. So modern science, so that is why we don't have in science something called theory of everything. We have a standard model of cosmology. That is the science of the biggest, all the big bodies, the moon, the sun, the stars, the galactic bodies, the cosmos, they have the science of that. Einstein's relativistic gravity, it's all part of the standard model of cosmology. Then, on the other side, we have something called quantum mechanics. That is the science of the smallest, of the particles, electrons, protons, neutrons, the quarks, the leptons, the bosons, the forces, strong nuclear, weak nuclear, electromagnetic, all of these forces. But they have not been able to merge. They say the science of standard model of particle physics, that is quantum mechanics, works from here onwards, but it doesn't work beyond. Same way, Einstein's relativistic gravity comes only till here, it doesn't work beyond. So they don't know what happens here. So this is where, so till now, we and modern science are in full sync, is it? We have seen, that's what they have said, that's what we have said. But it is here that we say something unique. I just divert. You remember how many gunas are there? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, have you heard this? There are 3 gunas, isn't it? Sattvic guna, Rajasic guna, Tamasic guna. Have you heard this? Some sanskar, have we heard this somewhere? Okay. So basically, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas forms the fundamental basis of Indian science and philosophy. They say the universe is 3-dimensional. There is a Sattva dimension, there is a Rajas dimension, there is a Tamas dimension. When they say it's a Tamas dimension, they believe that the universe has a matter phase. Then when it is Rajas predominant, the universe has an energy phase. Interestingly, it also gives a 3rd dimension. So matter and energy, even modern science accepts, isn't it? Okay, 5 more minutes, then I conclude. Sorry. 5 minutes, but I just concluded 5 more minutes.
Respectfully, we only have 15 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Done. Perfect. Okay, so then I'm concluding just three more sentences. Sorry, I was not able to go up till Gayatri Mantra. So we talk about the three dimensions, that is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So we are providing a solution, a hypothesis or a theory to modern science that if matter comes from energy, where does energy come from? Energy comes from mind. And modern science says mind comes here. We say no, it all starts from an aspiration, a divine aspiration. This is the cosmic or universal mind from where Srishti starts or creation happens. I do not have more time to further elaborate on this. So